What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be fitting some LEDs to my van racking. I'm going to try and tee into the electrics for the interior lights and then run it around the racking, try and get some more light in here, but honestly I have no idea how I'm going to do it. Never done it before, can't really find a video on it, so this is going to be a proper wing it video, so let's get started. Alright guys, so I'm going to be switching between the GoPro and the phone when I do this. So I've got these like sort of flexible connectors so I can join this, so I can join the LEDs to these two cables up here that's obviously connected to the interior light that stays on, and then I've got 5 meters worth of bright white LED cable, and then I've got some sort of like joining cables so I can link this to that hopefully, and then when these come on, the LEDs should come on as well. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know whether I'm going to run them in between every one or I'm just going to go around the outside. Not quite sure how I'm going to do it yet. So like I said, this is a proper wing it video, so hopefully I don't lose you along the way. But I think to start with, there's no way, well, the guy in the shop told me that these snap over these little copper connections in order to jump on the live and the live connections. I just tried it, doesn't work, so I think what I'm going to have to do is cut this cable, snip it, and then hopefully there's 2 cables in there that I can link this to, snip that, try and link them back onto these, and then sort of tee off it. Hopefully I don't absolutely mess it up, but we'll have to find out, won't we? So yeah, let's do it. Right, so first things first. It's meant to look a bit tubby in this. First things first, I'm going to snip this cable, and I hope this isn't going to waste £25 straight down the drain. Come on. We got, yeah, so, okay. So I don't know if you can see that, but there is 2 cables in here. So if I strip this out, cool. It's going to be a little bit of a choppy video, but hopefully by the end of it, yeah, there you go. So you can see I've got 2 cables there that I'm gonna have to strip back a little bit more, expose the ends, and then they should connect into these. So obviously black to red, I don't know, it's really hard to show, but black to red, and then that will make this live when I connect that to that, and then I should be able to run this where I want to run it. Does that make sense? Not quite sure, but let's roll. Alright, so you've got a little sort of a point of view camera here. Yeah, so obviously now I've exposed these 2 cables, and then I'm going to expose the little bits of copper like that, and then same for this one. Right, so then that gives me 2 exposed bits of copper. I don't really know. Make that a bit bigger, I'll make my life a bit easier. Yeah, now, so they should come in here. I don't know whether you're supposed to actually solder them together, but if I go like this and then like this, does that hold it down? Oh, it does. Oh, okay. Oh, now this is obviously connected to the LED strip, so now I need to, I think I've got to cut that cable up there, put both ends into here, then that should give me live in here, and it should make these work, I think. Let's try it. Alright, this is a really awkward angle, so bear with me. So I think I'm first gonna unclip the live and neutral, well, I'm gonna call them the positive and negative. I'm gonna unclip these, then I'm gonna test run it and stick them in there and see if that lights up the LEDs. So let's try that. Right, so I've stripped the cable. We're at the point now where I've got these off and they're still live in these connections. So if I plug these in here, they should hang on, they should light up if I've got them the right way around. No, let's try it the other way. Aye. Right, okay, so that does work. So if I connect these cables up to these, then that will turn the lights on. Oh mate, I'm buzzing with that. That actually works. Right, okay, so now I need to snip these cables and sort of tee off it, and then reconnect these outlets back up. So then once I've reconnected the interior light, it should all work at the same time. But I'm trying to, come on. Well, this is really fiddly with one hand. I'm not really, well, you get the point anyway. Tee into that, connect these, connect them spade bits back up to this, and then everything should work. Fingers crossed, let's try it. Right, I'll show you like this because you get a better angle. So I'm gonna cut these, put a joining strip straight on that, so I'm not fighting up in that little corner up there. Then I'm only working with this edge. Then out of here, I need to connect these end back up, and then the two cables on the LED lights, and then I should be able to run the LEDs after that. So I'm gonna cut these, put that on there, then I can put these spade connections back into the other outlet, and then yeah, should be good. So let's do that. Right, I'm probably gonna chop and change some of this so it's time lapsed. Some of it will be, some of it won't be, but I've got to be careful because there's some sticky like sleeving on these cables, so I don't want to do it too short, but I want to give myself enough slack. I reckon probably somewhere oh god, I've done it now. Right, there's no going back. There's no going back now. Give myself enough slack. Right, do that, and then I've got to try and, can't really see it, but I'm gonna cut and strip the other end and put it into the joining strip, and then put a joining strip this end, and then yeah, should make sense. Let me do it and then I'll show you. Alright, so a little update. It looks a lot more confusing than what it is. So imagine these two ends going back onto the light, spurred off that onto the LEDs, and then these two are the live, well, the positive and the negative that are going to go onto those two up here. So then imagine you've got live coming out of that into this, and from this back onto the light, and then out of that into the LED strips. I hope that makes sense. I don't really know if it makes sense myself, let alone trying to explain to other people. So yeah, it looks like a mess at the moment, but I think I'm getting somewhere. I've just got to connect these to them two lives up there, and then the whole thing should work with the LED light as well. So let's try it. Also, I'm not sure if it's actually going to work, so because I've spurred off two different ones and then brought it back together, so I'm not too sure if that will actually work. But drop a comment down below if you actually think it will work. And yeah, while you're there, like the video. Cheers. And would you believe it? It actually works. Right, so what I've done is cut the positive and negative and put these joiners onto it, come down into another joiner, join the negative to the negative and the positive to the positive, put both claw clips onto it to put back onto the interior light, and then spurred off that for the LEDs. So now that should plug back into the interior light, and then this should keep the LEDs on as well. So I hope that makes sense. Now, I'll plop it back. Now, so if I plug these back in, how do I know what way around these go? I don't think I do. that come out this way. I assume that one, I plug that back onto there, and then this back onto that. This should bring this back on. Oh wow, I should have been at Sparky, I tell you. Right, so we've got interior light, pardon me, interior light on, LEDs on, and when the lights go out, it all should go out. So I'm going to tidy this up, poke these cables back up, and then we can concentrate on actually running the LEDs next. So I'm chuffed with that. I actually can't believe that actually worked. Sparky wannabe, not. If you're a Sparky, stop watching. Alright, so I've tidied it up a little bit now. Push all the cable. I can't quite push it up, but you won't see that when you look at it. You won't be able to see it. So now I'm going to try and figure out what route I want to take the LEDs, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, it will work. Well, it's working now, but I don't know what way round, whether to take it all the way across and then down, or try and go in between a few, but not too sure what way will look best. So I'm going to spend the next 10-15 minutes trying to work out what way will look the best, if that makes sense. So yeah, let me reroute it. Alright, so I've been racking my brain on what way to run this not cable, LED strip. So I can't go any lower than this one, because this one, this box here, the silicone box, touches the edge, whereas there's a gap. Probably see it, there's a gap in between all of these. So what I think will look best is start it here, drill through there, run it all the way up, all the way along, drill through there, drill through there, drill through here, and then come up, back along, and then finish it down here. So it will just come up, along, down, through, up, along, down. So I just light up the exterior of this. Ideally, I'd like to take this down to the floor, but I can't because it's too close to the edge. It's already touching. They're already really tight to get in and out, so it just wouldn't work. And I don't think it will look good if I just zigzag it through, because it will be too much. You won't be able to go down and get the bend on it, whereas only it's going to stick out here a little bit. So that should be good. So I think that's the route I'm going to go for. I've got 5 meters, so I reckon, well, I'll have to measure it, double check before I do it, but I think that's definitely the right way to go about it. So let's do that. Got 16mm spade bit. These are absolutely insane, these spade bits. They're sort of like half twisted a little bit, so it sort of like pulls itself in when you drill it. If you haven't got these spade bits, get them. Screw fix, only about 16 quid for like the whole set. So I'm gonna do that, quickly measure how much that's gonna take. All right, just to clarify, I have measured it. It's about 4.5 meters by the time you come up, along, down, along, back up. You get the idea. It's about 4.5 meters. I've got a 5 meter coil, so there should be no reason why it won't work. So let's start doing it.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays.
Alright, so we're getting somewhere now. So ignore all these, like, basically I had to do it really tight in the corner so it caught the wood, but I'm going to paint it all anyway, so it doesn't matter. And you won't really see most of it because the box is going to be there. So yeah, so hole through here, come up, along, through here, absolutely battered this one. But I couldn't get the drill in there because I can't, it's too wide to go up, and then I done it too close to the ceiling, so it's fucking absolutely obliterated that bit of wood. But oh well, doesn't matter. Come along, down there, down there, down there, through there, along, you get the idea. So I think now is the time to start fitting the strip. So yeah, let's do it. And then we've got to put all the boxes back in, clean up. Oh yeah, and I've hoovered as well. Put all the boxes back in, clean up, and then do the final reveal. So if you have liked it so far, smash that like button.
We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the...
Alright, so you've seen it on the time lapse on the GoPro. I'm going to show you and I want you to let me know in the comment section what you think about it and how you think I could have done it different. But this is the final product. I personally think that looks insane. Ideally, I would have liked to return it down here, but I didn't. For some reason, I didn't account for this bit here. Really, what I should have done is feed the cable up from the light and then back down. But basically, from here to here was the bit I needed for here to here. So yeah, it didn't work out how I wanted to in the end. But to be fair, I'm pretty happy with that. I think in the dark, that's definitely gonna look insane. So yeah, I'm going to put all the boxes back in now, and then we can see what the final product looks like. But I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know what I'm going to do about this. I think I'm just going to snip it and hopefully it doesn't break the cable. So see how long it lasts for, how long it stays sticky, but we'll see. Alright, so all the boxes are back in now, and I'm pretty happy with how that's turned out. I think realistically the best way to get well, it needed to be dark outside really so you can see, but yeah. And then oh yeah, look at that. That looks sick. As you can tell, I'm pretty chuffed about that. So yeah, that's a wrap on this one. So if you did like the video, please smash the like button, hit the thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao. What I was meant to mention as well, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.